I'm still with Rod Liddle. Rod Liddle? Where did I get this from? God, I can't talk properly tonight. Right, Rod Liddle. Let's talk about women's football. Whatever you think of women's football, and that penalty shootout last night took some beating. Last week, took some beating. They're playing Italy tonight in the semi-final. But here's to them. Here's to the English ladies, the England ladies, for kicking into touch that ludicrous waste of time and space that is taking the knee. Let's have a quick listen to the manager of the England team, Serena Wiegman, explaining why.
It's also a conversation, you know, taking the knee. So we should, yeah, that's not enough, and we've done that for a while. And the impact. So it seems that the impact is not good enough. It's not as big as we think. And when this kind of form of this race, and we felt that we had to do something else or something different. So that's why we're not taking the knee.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rod, I go to football a lot, and the emptiness of that ridiculous ritual before every game knows no bounds. If anything, the fans jeer a bit and go, "Get up!" They completely ignore it, turn around and talk to each other, have nothing but contempt for it, and yet on it goes, on it goes, on it goes. And as the ladies and Serena Wiegman have quite rightly pointed out, what the hell has it ever achieved? What has it done to tackle racism in the game? I mean, you know, it started because we were supposed to pay homage to Black Lives Matter and all their mansion-buying executives while we paid tribute to a convicted bank robber and so on and so forth. And we're still doing it. What is it now? 3-4 years on in the men's game.
5.
5 years, is it? Well, good for the women for striking a blow for common sense. It's a waste of time, isn't it?
It is odious, demeaning, performative and virtue signalling. It does nothing to help racism apart from perhaps make people feel resentful. I mean, you talk about seeing it at the games you go to. Luckily, my lot never did it. Millwall wouldn't do it. Nor, incidentally, would Middlesbrough, which is...
Those are your two teams, right?
Well, Millwall are my team, but I'm from Middlesbrough, right. Partly, and I know that they wouldn't do it either, because they thought it was... Don't forget, you're going back to a time when Alan Shearer and Lineker were on Match of the Day having to wear badges with BLM on. You know, that's how mad it was. This repulsive Marxist organisation which wants to abolish the family, abolish capitalism, and believes that white people are necessarily racist, whether they think they are or not. You know, absolutely odious organisation, an odious idea, and one which the FA, to its enormous shame and discredit, has stuck with for far too long. So on that issue, well done to the women.
Absolutely.
Issue, learn how to trap a ball, will you? But there we go. So,
learn how to take a penalty.
And how to take a penalty.
You see, my favourite was the goalkeeper. There was the Swedish goalkeeper who put it about like 47 feet over the bar.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
But in fairness to the ladies, to the Lionesses, the reason they've done this is there's a defender, Jess Carter, a good player of colour, who has suffered the most appalling racist abuse throughout this tournament and, in fact, throughout her career. And the women sat around and said, well, we're doing this before every game, and look at poor old Jess, look at what she's having to suffer, endure every single day. This ritual that Keir Starmer and Angela Rayner enjoy as well, of going down on one knee to say, you know, really sorry about that bank robber, fentanyl addicts. It's been a very, very strange 5 years. What, you know, do you think that the men will take a leaf out of the women's book and maybe get rid of this nonsense?
I would hope so. I would hope so. I suspect the Lionesses will be in for a bit of stick, because there were already complaints from morons that the Lionesses were not didn't really reflect the multicultural, diverse nature of England in the same way that, for example, the men's team do, and that's because there aren't many black female players in the first 11, whereas of course there's at least 50-60% in the men's game. These are people who see everything through the prism of race. I mean, they're obsessive and mad. So it wouldn't surprise me if both the Dutch manager, the excellent woman, by the way, and the team get told that they're being racist. That wouldn't surprise me. And I'd like to know what discussions are going on at the Football Association now as well, as to whether they're saying, well, you know, you can do what you like, but we'd rather you continue to take the knee. I don't know. I don't know where the FA stands on this anymore. It is such a nebulous organisation full of half-wits that it is difficult to know. It really is.
And in fairness, Rod, since they started taking the knee 5 years ago, there's been a massive influx of managers of colour. You know, all the top teams are now managed by, you know, people of colour, but black guys, aren't there? Oh no, wait a minute, there aren't any managers of colour.
No, quite.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
you know, it's all repulsive virtue signalling rubbish. And I remember when The Guardian, you know, did a piece, this is ages ago now, having a go at my club, Millwall, which is a racist club. You're a racist club. Well, you know, I stood on the terraces at Millwall with black people in the 1970s, you know, and there were black players on the pitch. And this is when editorial meetings at The Guardian were whiter than a Ku Klux Klan dinner party, you know.
They still are, I reckon.
They still are. They still are. You know, the working class tend to get on with each other. You know, no matter what the colour is.
You're right.
It's the middle class that
or the middle class, as you classify them in your Spectator piece.
Right.
Couldn't agree with you more. I, by the way, am from the lower middle classes, so
me too.
I'm not even worth talking about, or perhaps neither of us are.
Oh no, we weren't worth talking about. Marx thought we just didn't matter, but we are the class that gave you Mussolini and Hitler. You know.
There you go. You see, we've contributed. We've done our bit.
We've done our thing.
Listen, Rod, always a pleasure to talk to you, mate. Look forward to talking to you again next week. That's the great Rod Liddle, columnist for the Sunday Times, the Sun, of course, and the Spectator. You can read all his pieces in the days of the rest of the week, so have a look at them. Really worth it. I can't recommend them enough. And also, he is the presenter of Times Radio Saturday morning show from 10 until 1, I do believe. Have a listen to that, and that's pretty good too.